Today we're making pork sausage ragu with fresh peas and Parmesan and gluten-free pasta. It's gonna be delicious. Today we're making a ragu from pork sausage with a nice tomato sauce, some rigatoni and some lovely organic peas. So let's start the show. Now we're gonna put the pan on fire and we're gonna take out the meat of the sausages. So we take the skin off and put the sausage in the pan. And the pork meat is very a bit sweet, it's nice, will go really nice with the tomato and the peas. Look at all the fat come out, that's nice. We didn't add any fat yet because we want to see how fatty the pork is. Alright, you can put some salt in there. Make sure it gets all back to small bits. You don't want any big stuff in there. 8 to 10 minutes, you're pretty much there. You can fry it a bit further, make it more brown, it's all up to you. Let's sit for a second. So today we have some great organic onions, which are tiny. This is the problem when you buy the organic onions at a cheap supermarket. Don't worry, they're organic, but they are small. So you need to cut a few more onions, which a lot of people don't like, but it's okay. Take off the back and by halves, that's how I like it. Ooh, you can hear the pork crackle, don't want it to crackle too far, so we gotta keep an eye on the pan. We're peeling the onions. Like I said, they're tiny, so it takes a little bit longer than normal. Okay, this is very basic, probably showed you before. Onion, I wanted the small bits, so we're going that way. If it's a big onion, you can go like this, but today we're just, Oh yeah, and also I'm using this tiny knife just to show you guys, you don't need a big kitchen knife or anything. We're all doing it with a tiny little knife you can put in your pocket so you can cook. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is how I like it. It's a little bit browning, but it's not like getting too dry. I'm gonna take it off the fire now. And we're gonna add some olive oil. Hopla. Chuck in the onions. You can already put some onions in, cut some more. You're gonna caramelize the onions, brown them nicely in the olive oil. There we go, perfect. Medium heat, not too high. Still some pork fat in there, you can smell it. Lovely. I'll start cutting some garlic. Yes, fresh garlic today. I press on it, comes loose. If you press hard enough, the skin gets a bit loose. You can also just keep pressing. Yeah, super easy, and then it just comes off. Let's do 4 cloves, 4 sausages, 4 cloves. Sounds like a plan. Also use these scrapings for our stocks. They're lovely in there. And then super easy, I do long lines. And then sideways, little fiddling. That's why I showed you guys I use garlic powder. You don't have to do all this, your hands don't stink. Okay, so we've added the garlic to our onion. As you can see, the onion's already starting to brown. Sugars are coming out, the onion's starting to turn sweet. That's what we want. Lovely. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit because I just wanted to go a bit faster. But then you need to stir a lot, don't burn it. More stirring. Look at this, man. Who doesn't love a fried onion? All right, and then we will add the tomato puree. We're not going to use the whole thing, just a little bit. It's nice. It's mostly about the canned tomatoes in this one. I won't show you. They're organic from some big company who has the best ketchup there is. I still eat it. They actually have an organic version of that ketchup. I always buy that. Okay, my onions are nice. I'm gonna add a little bit of the puree, and you do that because puree is super sour, and to make it a bit sweet too, you fry it in the oil for a sec. I did that in my cabbage. This is the same thing. Makes the tomato a bit more sweet, and the flavor comes out better. Here, there you go. Fry it in there. This smells tomato, onion, garlic, olive oil. So basic and so yummy. There we go, and we'll add the tomato. And like I said, there are the holes. I also chop them a bit like I did with the pork meat. Some people could put a blender on it, but this is fine for me. That's looking good. I'll add a tad bit of water because you just want to boil it a bit longer, so having some moisture there won't dry it out, won't make it too sticky too quick. So I'll add a tad bit of water and then it will boil for a sec. If you're in a hurry, you don't need to do the water, you can throw in all the stuff already, but we're going for a little bit slower dish. So I'm the guy that wants all the tomato sauce out, so we put the water in the can and then we add it. There we go. So we do a quick simmer now, make sure you squash all the tomatoes. In Italy, they want the sauce to stick to the pasta, so it's a pasta with tomato sauce. Easy. If you look at the bubbles, if there's a lot, it's not so sticky, and if there's less, they're harder to come out. It means the sauce is getting more reduced and starts getting to be a sticky sauce. The air is really pushing through. That's what you want. It's okay to add a bit of sugar or some honey if you're more into that field. I also use a bit of cane sugar. I mostly don't eat that much sugar, but it's definitely nice. I mean, we're talking about maybe a teaspoon. We're not talking about big spoons, just like a little bit of sweetness. So today we're using some honey and we're going just a little bit. Who doesn't love honey? And that's it. Ooh, organic honey is the best. Okay, look at the sauce. It doesn't run. You can see, I can show you the bottom of the pan because it's sticking. That's what you want. Okay, we're gonna add the meat that we pre-cooked because I was squashing the tomatoes. I like it out of there. Just like the onions to be going by themselves. And now we put in the meat. And today we're definitely going family style with 4 sausages. Look at it, lovely. Oh, nice. And we will be taking this off and let this sit for a sec. Alright, today we have some rigatoni, elgatoni, whatever. Again, for me, gluten-free, I like it. It's a lot less heavy. I run better on that shit. And then we're just gonna boil it. And they say probably 8 to 10 minutes, probably 15. This gluten-free stuff is, I don't know, built to last, but you need to boil it. So we're gonna add some salt. Like every Italian, some people throw in the olive oil, some people don't. Let's put in some olive oil today. There we go. Give it a quick stir so the salt's everywhere. There we go. Let's bring that to a boil and then we'll add the pasta. And there we go. This is 400 grams. Yes. Okay, give it a good stir. And then we wait. Okay, we're gonna check the pasta if it's cooked. The rigatoni. And then we'll give it a quick bite. Okay, this is al dente, but not really al dente. So meaning it's still too hard. We're nearly there. Okay, we're gonna put some, the classic, we put some pasta water in the sauce because we could use a little bit of water. That's it, it's a bit of moist. Look at that go. Ooh. Okay, this is looking great. I'm gonna drain the pasta now. As you can see, we have a really professional kitchen, so I drained somewhere else and I'll be right back. There we go. Drained pasta, beautiful. We will put a tad bit of oil on here so it's not ruining it. They're not all sticking, just a little bit. And we will add the peas pretty soon. Yes, you see it, we have frozen peas. I use frozen peas because they're great. They're super fresh, they get picked, plucked, whatever, and into the freezer. Like the salmon, straight in, straight out, perfect. You can't buy peas in a can, and fresh peas are very hard to find. Supermarkets don't want to deal with it anymore. You can go to organic market, they have great peas, go buy them, peel them yourself. Great thing to do, but these are perfect also. Come look at the bubbles. They're coming out pretty easy. Like they're repeatedly coming through, so it's pretty thin sauce. Here, look, it's a bit runny. You see how it was before? It's more runny now. It doesn't stick to the pan that much. So give it a quick boil, and then we're gonna add the peas and the pasta, stir it all together, and then we have our dish. In the meantime, I'll cut some parsley. There we go. Love me some fresh parsley. we'll grind some whole black pepper. Yes, this episode we're using black pepper. We got our grinder guy. Throw some in. Not too much. Some people say you should throw in salt. I don't know. They'll probably go everywhere, as you can see. And then we'll have a little go at it. Perfect. Black pepper, parsley. Oh, quickly get some cheese. Look, the sauce is getting thicker. All right, so we're gonna grate some Parmesan. I always have Parmesan in my fridge. It goes well with a lot of stuff. It enhances dishes in flavor. Who doesn't love a bit of cheese in there? There we go. Okay, now we're gonna add the peas. This is 450 grams, it's a bit much, but we'll see how much we go. Go by eye if you want to eat a lot of peas, do more if you want less. It's all up to you. So we add them in the boiling sauce. Let's give it a stir. A little bit more. So it's 450, say half a pack or 2/3 of the pack. Hey, look at them, they're just like crispy fresh. We're gonna add the pasta now quickly. There we go. Hopla, look at that. They'll be cooked, they're cooked in 2 minutes, whatever, and in 1 minute. So you just really don't want to cook them. And look, this is what I'm saying. Sauce is sticking to the pasta. Pasta's nice and warm. It was still hot. Okay, we're gonna season it. Use some of the black pepper. Oh, look at that, it's lovely. You can use a bit more so it has a bit of bite. Add a bit of salt, why not? Great Celtic sea salt. Turn off the heat and we're gonna plate it. I'm gonna throw in all the fresh parsley now. Fresh herbs like parsley only comes in the end. You don't throw it in while you're cooking the sauce. It makes it bitter, it's not nice. Like a rosemary or thyme, that can handle some cooking, but the fresh herbs always go at the end. Basil, same thing, always at the end. Look at it, a little more green touch. The peas and the parsley really make it look epic. Time to serve this dish. And then we plate it. Look at that, that's lovely. There we go. Oh, that's a nice plate. And then we add a bit of Parmesan. Just for the looks, you put a little bit on there. And then when people are on the table, they can dump it full of cheese. I should have left some parsley, but hey, there we go. Quick and easy, rigatoni, pork sausage ragù, and peas. And I'm gonna take a little bite. The peas are bursting in my mouth. Super fresh, super tasty. And yeah, they're from the freezer.